Often when we hear about climate change, we hear about global warming. And so, of course, one of the aspects of climate change is that we're seeing more extreme hot temperatures. And so, in general, we're having more hot days and more hot nights, and less cold days and less cold nights. This doesn't mean that we don't still have cold snaps that come through in the winter. Of course we do, but we're having longer summers, hotter days during the summer, and more days that are considered hot for your area. And so we see statistics all the time about something being, this was the hottest summer on record or the hottest year on record. And January 2020 was the hottest January on record. The top 5 hottest years on record were the years 2015 to 2019, and we anticipate 2020 will be just as hot. The top 19 of the 20 hottest years on record have been in the last 20 years. And so over time, we're just seeing more and more records being set as we have this increase of hot days and decrease of cold days. This matters because heat waves are deadly. So they're deadly for people, they're deadly for wildlife. An example is the salmon in Alaska. The salmon that were swimming upstream, the temperatures hit 90 degrees in some parts of Alaska, which caused the rivers to get very warm and decrease the amount of oxygen that was dissolved in those rivers, and many salmon died. So another aspect of these hotter temperatures and drought, if you combine those together, we're having more wildfires across the world. And just if we look in at the western United States, we're seeing earlier melting of snow. So the snow melts earlier, there's less summer rain, and so vegetation tends to dry out earlier, and then it has a longer summer over which to stay dry. So we see this dry vegetation, and then we also see a warm atmosphere. Warm atmosphere leads to thunderstorms and lightning strikes. And when you combine that dry vegetation and increased lightning strikes, you get many more forest fires and also more intense forest fires. And then finally, we're seeing that hurricanes are becoming more intense. So this is more of an issue that we're seeing out on the eastern coast of the United States in the Atlantic. As ocean waters are warming, they supply more energy to hurricanes. And this also means that more precipitation is occurring. So each hurricane has about 20% more water falling as precipitation near the storm center. So these storms are more powerful, they carry more water with them. And then as we see sea levels rise as a result of climate change, that storm surge that pushes ashore with the storm is going further and further inland.